Hello. Sorry. Hello and welcome to the Tom Greene Show. I am his ever faithful best friend slash assistant slash main guest, Nick James Pinter. Unfortunately, Tommy could not be here today and, oh, he just walked in. Tommy, come in here, buddy. And try
Whoa, yo. Oh, I just got wasted.
Oh, you messed up the camera. Here, let me fix it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Well, hello, children.
What the heck's your problem?
I don't know.
Okay. Today we're going to discuss my forte, music.
Music.
The second greatest thing in the world. The first being the ability to breathe.
That is the truth. Fine dining and breathing. But what's your name? Where's his name?
Super your armpit. Anyway, today, music. It has evolved beyond the years.
It has, from
Bob Dylan to the Beatles.
From Beethoven, who could not hear and made the 5th and 9th Symphony, to
Stevie Wonder, who could not see.
Stevie Wonder, who could not see,
but could yet kick your butt in a piano contest.
Mm-hmm.
As could Ray Charles.
Hit the road, Jack. No.
To Motley Crue, who could barely remember recording their first 3 albums, yet they went crazy off the racks.
And then finally to
the crap we call today.
Justin Bieber. Shoot me now.
The only 2 new bands I like would have to be Black Veil Brides and 6 AM.
Never heard of either of them.
Anyway, ironically, sometimes do you feel you were sometimes born in the wrong decade?
Yeah, I was born a year after this, I'd rather not say his name, was born.
Who? Oh yeah, him. If I was born one day earlier, I would have shared a birthday with Marilyn Manson. Yes. Anyway, today, sometimes we feel we were born in the wrong decade because all of our favorite music is not ancient, but not new either. Tommy, why don't you start us off?
Anyway, my favorite bands are, I'd have to say the Beatles, and pretty much anything 60s, and for today I'd have to go with Eminem.
Pourquoi? That means why in French.
Oh, porque is why in Spanish. Well, because I like Eminem's rap, because he isn't afraid to lose himself for a mockingbird.
I like his old stuff where it was really funny.
And the Beatles and 60s because
they revolutionized.
50s and 60s was when music was music. And I will always listen to 96 WHNN, Burke and Bonnie in the morning, 5:30 to 9. That is my station and that is my home. Actually, well, I don't know. Anyway.
My favorite music is, if you know me even a little bit, you should probably know my favorite band. But if you don't know me at all, I'll say right now it is Motley Crue, the greatest rock band there is, in my opinion. They may not sell the most albums or be the most iconic when it comes to music, like the fucking Fritz and Bieber is now.
Oh, God.
But anyway, they just don't care what people think of them. I mean, Shout at the Devil, that was like satanic all the way. It was originally just a black cover album with a red pentagram on it, but then they changed it to the 4 of them. I don't know why. They just don't care. They are heavily tattooed. They drink on stage. They have relations with women on stage sometimes. They just don't care. They just do what they want to do.
They don't fall in line.
Stay on topic.
They're not the norm. Anyway.
Back in the 80s, they were the norm. Because they hairsprayed themselves, they dressed weirdly, but they didn't go with the British New Wave stuff. No, they did their thing. brought heavy metal back after Ozzy left Black Sabbath. And anyway, yes, that's why another band I really like is the one I just said, Black Sabbath, because they basically like revolutionized heavy metal alongside Led Zeppelin.
In fact, the show that we're going to do at my school this year is going to be Led Zeppelin.
A whole lot of
Rock and Roll, Whole Lot of Love, Stairway to Heaven,
Kashmir,
and for the 8th graders, Heartbreaker.
Yes, and I like anything that has to do with like heaviness, really. Of course, I'll listen to a little bit of country here and there because most of my family's from the South. But yeah, my all-time favorite band would just have to be Motley Crue. I like anything. I like all the bands in the Big Four. You know, Megadeth, Metallica, Anthrax, and Slayer. And I like a few new stuff, like I said earlier, like 6 a.m. and Eminem and Black Veil Brides.
But I'm just not that big of a fan of that stuff. But really, if you want music, consult the 70s.
Consult the 70s. The rise of Black Sabbath. The rise of
Led Zeppelin.
The breakup of the Beatles, unfortunately.
What about a Def Leppard?
Def Leppard was really big in... Were they around the 70s?
I don't know. I get them and Led Zeppelin confused a lot.
And I know that Pyromania was like in 82 or 3 or 4, one of those. Anyway, yes. And like the Beatles, they were like one of the greatest bands ever. Yeah.
Now only 2 of them remain.
Yes, and both are doing just fine.
And both of them, if they have not been at Comerica Park, they will be soon.
Yes. Yes, they will. Yes. This was a short video, wasn't it?
It was in my book.
Yes. That's why we're making so many of them, because they're all so short.
Yes, that's right.
Sign us off, Tom.
Remember to carry out the waggle.